inning. Ellis, an 18-year Major League career.
That's all. 18.
That's it. Started and ended with the Boston Red Sox.
That's what made it so special. That was unbelievable. To start my career here and to finish it here with the World Series championship.
Yep, walking off the plane with the trophy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually, we wrote some of that video the other day. You coming down the charter, carrying the World Series trophy. You know, for all of us who saw you guys win that thing, it still gives you chills.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, that was something Tim Wakefield, Pedro Martinez, all the veteran pitchers on the team, Mike Timlin, those guys came up to me and says, we want you to carry this off the trophy because, you know, I didn't know what I meant to the club, but obviously it was things that, I mean, I traveled with the team, although I was hurt. I was there. I wanted to instill whatever, like Jerry taught me, I wanted to make sure I was the biggest cheerleader on the dang team. And I was. I was there for them when they needed me, and I appreciate what they did for me.
That was a class act by them to do that.
Yes.
I had heard this about you, and this was probably a couple of years after that championship, that people started to talk about, you know, Ellis inside the clubhouse was huge on that team. And, you know, as you said, you were banged up. It wasn't like you could do what you'd want to do with the bat defensively, but you made a big contribution to the team that lasted.
Yes.
And still gets talked about to this day.
You know, and that's something that I learned along the way. I had, you know, veteran players in wherever I went that helped me out. So I wanted to do the same thing, you know, if I could, to some of the guys that needed whatever. I was there for them.
And you were very fortunate to have those kind of guys because that always hasn't been the way in baseball.
That is true.
Upton takes a big hack, comes up empty. His problems continue. He's 0 for 3, 2 Ks, a double play today.
I mean, the difference when I came to the big leagues and when Ellis came to the big leagues, there was no such thing as veteran guys trying to help young guys because young guys were up there to take their job.
Yeah.
And they treated you very poorly.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awful. I really did. And I remembered that.
That's unfortunate that happens. I mean, I came up in a great situation. You know, you had Dwight Evans, Jim Rice, Dave Henderson. All those guys helped me out in their own ways, and it was unbelievable for me. I embraced it.
Suzuki with a walk and a tapper. Who was the guy you considered your role model when you came up?
Jim Rice.
Was Jim Rice?
All the way, yeah. I mean, that was the guy in high school, man. That was just something. You know, you like a guy in high school, and all of a sudden you get drafted by the Red Sox. 2 years later, I'm in a big league clubhouse with Jim Rice in spring training. That was unbelievable.
I remember my initiation into the big leagues was at Dodger Stadium. We were playing the end of the Freeway Series, which we used to play as an exhibition, the Angels and the Dodgers. And after the game, one of these veteran guys comes up to me and he says, well, kid, he says, you think you're a big shot because you made the big league club. We'll see what happens starting tomorrow when this is for real. And I never forgot that.
Wow.
I never forgot that. And this guy stunk.
Right.
Okay? He was no good.
This was a teammate of yours.
A teammate.
Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
He was barely hanging on by his thumbs. and I never forgot that. You know?
No, you never forget stuff like that.
No, and that's the way it was. They didn't want you there because they were going to take his job.
Right.
You know, something like that.
He wasn't happy for you at all.
Not at all.
3-1 on the way, and that'll be ball 4. So Suzuki is on, taking his second walk today. Jerry Remy, Ellis Burks, Dave O'Brien, and Jemiah Webster with you from Fenway. All Sox here 8-0 in the 7th inning. I hope times have changed.
Oh, they have.
Yes,
they have changed. They've changed for the better. Much better. They were class acts. They were class guys. I mean, you know, no doubt about it. But the majority of them, and every one of them was a borderline player. Every single one of them.
The ones that gave you
The truck.
Yeah, truck. There you go.
You know, and I would say to them when they're leaving, bye. See you later. Have a nice life.
Right.
I bet the mortgage you did. That's not just a line.
I did.
I guarantee you did.
I did. I was a captain of the Angels in my second year. And when some of those guys go, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Have a nice life.
All right.
Somewhere else.
1-1 pitch. Little squibber here back toward the pitcher. Valdez flips it on to retire the side. One man left. 8-0 Red Sox.
I'm David Collado. I chose the Smart Cash Card from Capital One because I earn